It is day 4 of me decluttering 1,000 items from my home in 30 days. And today I was working from home and I actually had quite a busy day, so I had a smaller window of time in which to declutter, which did stress me out a bit because previously I'd set a timer for the time that I had available and just do what I could in that time, which is a decent method. However, when you have a minimum number of items that you need to clear every single day, then that puts the pressure on. So I knew I needed to move quickly and swiftly in order to clear my minimum 33 items. So I'm aiming for a minimum of 33 items each day, but really I want to go for more than that as much as I possibly can, because I know that during the 30-day period, there are bound to be some days where I cannot do any decluttering because of work, because of family commitments, or whatever that may be. So today I'm tackling clothes and I'm starting off with my clothes. Excuse the unmade bed. I am not going around tidying and cleaning the house for these declutters. I'm just concentrating on getting rid of stuff. So I will make the bed later in the day. It is a beautiful sunny day here today. I think it was about 25 degrees. It was lovely. So the bed sheets were washed and they were out on the line. I am taking out like basically clothing drawer by drawer. So in my wardrobe, I have hanging space and then I have drawers built into the wardrobe. And I don't actually have that much in my kind of current wardrobe. At the moment, I have a ish 33 item wardrobe. I've done this previously and it worked really well, but I got back on it this year with a 33 item wardrobe. I probably have a bit more than 33 items in there at the moment because when we went on holiday last month, I bought in some warmer weather clothes to the wardrobe that I didn't need for at home at the time, but it was much warmer in Spain where we were going. So I had some temporary items in the wardrobe, and now it is super sunny, super nice. Summer is full on here in the UK at the moment. So as part of this, I've also putting out some of my cold weather clothes so that I can pack them away, give myself a bit of space back in the drawers in the wardrobe. Now I'm pretty happy with my hanging clothes. I've been through them recently and I did have a look as part of today's exercise of decluttering. I did go through my hanging clothes as they were I didn't take them out, but I had a look through them just to check is there anything obvious that needs to go, and I left all of the hanging clothes. So I'm just decluttering the clothes that are in the drawers at the moment because I don't see them as easily, just visibly it's not so great in my wardrobe. It's in a bit of a dark corner, and I know that there's a bit too much stuff in them because I'm just finding it hard to get things in and out. So this was something which was definitely needed. And I'm just going through and I'm telling you, having that minimum number of items that you have to clear is definitely giving me a boost. I'm clearing more from my house each day with this particular challenge than I have done in the last few months. So I'm really happy with it, but it does add a level of pressure and anxiety that I don't normally have in my declutters. So there are swings and roundabouts to this method, but I needed it. I definitely needed that shove in the right direction and to kind of get on top of things a bit more, because I felt like the decluttering I was doing before this challenge was just maintenance decluttering and it really wasn't making a major impact. It can be super hard to fit in time to do decluttering, any kind of household maintenance, all these things that need doing in the kind of general day-to-day life when you are working and you have any other kind of caring responsibilities, whether that's children, whether that's older parents or whatever that may be. Trying to carve out pockets of time is just so hard, and I just find that you have to make it your current priority. Basically other things have to fall away in order for you to get this done. So doing challenges like this is super helpful because it's just a month where I am concentrating and dedicating time to the house, and then next month will be different, and next month I will have to dedicate more time into the things I have let slide because of this. But I said in a previous video I had been feeling just in general, life admin, home admin had definitely been getting on top of me. And I had several things I needed to do around the house I just hadn't been getting to. One of them was booking a plumber. We have a drippy tap in our bathroom, which is environmentally not friendly. It's not great cost-wise because we're paying for water that we're not using, and it just really needed sorted. There were quite a few other plumbing jobs that need sorting. The sink in the ensuite is blocked, we can't use it, and this has just been going on for a while. So today I made myself chase up the plumber, and I do have a date now. He's coming this week, so we should get those jobs sorted out, which I felt very proud of myself for. Like, I find it hard to actually get these jobs done sometimes. Like, there's also a bit of a mental block in just getting them sorted, like making phone calls, speaking to people, booking things in when you have everything else that you're juggling. But it feels so good to get them booked in. Chased up another couple of things as well. I have a window cleaner coming next week or the end of this week. I have a window cleaner coming anyway. I've got a date sorted for a window cleaner, which is really awesome. Our windows haven't been cleaned properly in the outside of our windows for maybe over a year now because we've had scaffolding up on the side of our house and window cleaner couldn't get around. We lost our previous window cleaner. He just stopped showing up. And then, yeah, it was hard to get those things booked back in. So it's really nice to actually start getting jobs done. But I think what I might do going forward is actually like make a list of all of the jobs that I want to get done around the house. As you know, I was just looking at a door stopper had come off the wall in our downstairs loo, and I need to secure it back on. And there's things like that. There's things in every room, little bits of paintwork that need repairing, things that need hanging on the walls or whatever it may be. I have a list of things that I need to do. And I think, except it's not a list, it's not an actual list because I haven't written it down anywhere. So I think I need to just actually make a proper list of all the things that need doing and then dedicate some time to tackling them. I'm not sure if that would make interesting YouTube videos or not, because I feel like there's not that major transformation when you're looking at little jobs that need doing. But again, you know, maybe I won't film it. And it's just one of those things that need doing. So I definitely do need to start getting on top of things. Because one thing I hate is like you spend all your time in your home and you have all these unfinished jobs around you, like getting on your nerves. And then years go by and you move house. And it's only when I find I look at putting a house on the market that it really focuses my attention on getting jobs done. And so my last place, I had a flat that I lived in, and it was only when I actually thought, right, I'm going to leave this now, that it focused my energy on getting everything sorted. And you make it all nice, basically, for the next person to come in, who'll probably change everything up anyway. So I don't want to do that with our house. Like, I want it done. I know things are never like fully done. There's always stuff to do to some degree, but I'd love to have like the bulk of the jobs around the house done so that we can just enjoy being in it while we're here. Because we're not moving anytime soon. We're probably, I would say, definitely 2 years, if not 3 years away from moving. So I want to make sure that time is really well spent, really well enjoyed. So just finishing up my particular like clothing declutter, and I had a little like second take on a pair of trousers there, but I'm so pleased with how much I got rid of from my clothes, but it wasn't enough to make my minimum quota. So I moved on to my daughter's room. She has got a lot of stuff in her drawers, but also she does go through a lot of clothing because she's at nursery and preschool 4 days a week. And they do a lot of messy play activities, like the amount of paint, shaving foam, like food colorings and water play and sand play and all the rest of it. Like, they are doing messy activities every single day, and I am all for that. Like, I love a messy play activity. I especially love it when it's not in my house. And I said that not that I'm averse to messy activities. You have kids, you kind of have to get used to it. But it's like the clean-up operation at home. It's just constant. You're constantly cleaning up anyway. I feel like all I do is tidying up after people half the time. But I prefer not to have to tidy up from really like serious messy play activities. I've definitely done them, especially during like COVID times. I did a lot of messy play activities at home with my eldest was a toddler. I'd be there, blending up Cheerios to make edible sand for him to play in because, you know, kids eat everything and all that stuff. Like, I've done a lot of those activities. I feel like I've done my bit, and now it's nursery's time. But that means that her clothes at nursery get wrecked. Like, they definitely get to the point where like that I cannot get this paint, pen, whatever it is, out of these clothes, and she will wear clothes that are stained to a degree for a period of time because it's like, well, it's just going to get worse. But then you get to a level of staining where your child starts to just look like a street urchin and you can't send them in those anymore. So we have like two big drawers which we rotate the clothes between nursery and home stuff. So her nicer stuff is in the right hand drawer, the nursery stuff is in the left hand drawer, and then as things, she starts to grow out of things or they get more worn out on the home stuff, we move it over to the nursery stuff and so on. So she does have a lot of stuff, and we've recently bought more like shorts for summer, and we also handed down clothes from my boys. So she has some shorts that were handed down from her brothers. And I just, it occurred to me that if she's got new stuff that she prefers, she likes a lot of bright colours. I find a lot of the boy stuff is just like navy or grey or black, and it's not as colourful, but she loves colourful clothes. She especially loves pink clothes. She's very girly, and I'm finding that she's just not that interested in wearing some of the hand-me-down clothes, or she just has so much of her own stuff, then why put her in the, blue dinosaur trousers that she's not as fond of or whatever. So there were a couple of pairs of shorts that I pulled out. I'm like, she's just not going to be wearing these. She's got loads anyway. We're all good. And then some other things that she had grown out of. Like, it occurred to me with all the winter tights, when winter comes around again, she's going to be in the next size. Like, there's absolutely no point keeping the 1.5 to 2 year tights. She's had a real growth spurt in the past few months. I feel like she's almost skipping a size. So we don't have any 2 to 3 year tights, but wearing, like, clothes wise at the moment, her shorts and t-shirts are age 3 to 4. But I'm not sure with tights because they are quite stretchy. So maybe she will be in 2 to 3. I don't know. Girl mums tell me, do tights come up quite big? So here's everything that I got rid of. So much stuff. It's actually totaled 37 items. That brings my current total to 172 decluttered.